Hey guys, welcome back to Mind Over Matter. Today's video is going to be about when you've found acceptance with learning disabilities. I know this might be a weird topic to understand, but I think it's one that's worth touching base on. So without further ado, let's get on to the video. So this video I wanted to talk about more so what it's like to find acceptance and how hard it is to find acceptance when you have learning disabilities. And I'm sure those of you watching this who have struggled with learning disabilities growing up will understand what I'm coming from. So growing up, I wasn't accepted much at all. I had 2 or 3 friends who I was close with, but eventually they ended up moving away or things like that. I do, however, still have 2 or 3 friends that have been through it all with me since day one, and I am beyond thankful for them. But growing up with learning disabilities was especially hard because people would judge you or cast you aside as someone who's different and they don't understand. Granted, that's because we were at such a young age at the time, maybe, but people have a hard time accepting something that they can't see. That's what I've found anyway. For example, with my ADHD, people always thought I was just trying to be annoying and jumping off the walls all the time. Or with my disorder of written expression, my teachers thought I was just trying to write extra stuff to look good or sound good and stuff like that, or that I wasn't listening to them and taking their advice about things like, oh yeah, you need to shorten this up, or no, it's only 1 or 2, 3 pages, when I gave them 6, when in reality it's not. People say that they'll accept us, that they understand us, but in reality, most people who say that don't. That's my experience anyway. Maybe you guys have had a better experience with it, but in my case, it hasn't been a good experience of being accepted. When it comes to stuff like this, I get emotional, so if I tear up, I'm sorry. I have 3 or 4 great friends in my life right now that have been through it all with me since day one, and I have one of those 4 came into my life about 5 years now. So hopefully I can share my story a little bit in this video and also cover the basics. I'm gonna try. So one of my friends, Libby, she has dyslexia, so in a way we were always growing up together, through learning disability wise, not just age wise. When I couldn't sit still or I didn't understand something, she would try to reword it for me and make it easier to understand. And when she couldn't read something, I would read it for her. So I was her eyes and she was my translator, so to speak. It may sound silly to some, but to me it was just this amazing thing that has in common, and it was like a link that tethered us together. And I am a little scared for the coming fall semester. As you guys know, that's fast approaching. She's going down to college downstate from me, about 4 hours away, so for the first time in 12 years it's just going to be me out of the 2 of us. So I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of video calls and everything, but it's very nerve-wracking when your circle of acceptance starts to dwindle down again, and you can't help but wonder, is it going to be me, myself, and I again? Am I going to have to depend on myself? Am I going to find other friends who accept me? And that was one big thing I had going into college, was I was terrified completely terrified to go into college because all those people I had known for those 12 years of grade school were gone. Yeah, sure, some of them stuck around locally, but we're all in our own different degree fields, so at the same time, I'm on my own. My other friend that stuck with me is Tyler. He's a character. He was the one that stood up for me to the bullies when no one else would. He was the one that reminded me that I shouldn't give up. He was the one that always came and played with me on the playground when no one else wanted to. Or he was the one that always talked to me and tried to calm me down when I was having an ADHD temper tantrum. Or tried to help me find an alternative way to put my energy through, and that way I'm just not like fidgeting, sitting, jumping up and down, screaming, what have you, to burn my energy when I was having an ADHD episode. And that means a lot to me, and he and I are still great friends to this day. He's my best buddy, as I call him, and he and I work together, so it's great because we work at the same place. So if I'm hyper, or I don't understand something, or I need extra explanation, or anything that has to do with my learning disabilities or my anxiety, then he's right there and willing to help. And honestly, I say this about all of these people, but I don't know where I'd be without all of them. But Tyler is one of those ones where I really don't know where I'd be without. Honestly, I tell him often that he's the reason why I got through my childhood. Because, I mean, I would have gotten through somehow, but without him standing up to the teachers, the bullies, everyone like that, I don't know where I'd be today. I don't know if I'd be this confident. So this just comes to show that yes, we all change over time, but at the end of the day, we all are gonna be the same true selves deep down inside. Yes, we might change in our mood and everything like that, but through it all, the true friends will stay and be there for you and accept you for who you are. And Tyler also went through some bullying and having to get extra help, just like I did. So we understood each other, and we still do to this day. And I'm truly happy to call him my best buddy. Erica, I met in college. She is, God, I don't know where I'd be. I don't think I would have gotten through these last 2 semesters of college without her. She has been like my rock in the classes that we're in. She will straight up tell the teachers how it is if they're not treating me fairly. I know I should be standing up for myself, but I think all of you know that it's really hard to stand up for yourself when you have learning disabilities, especially to teachers. If you've grown up your whole childhood and they've just judged you and judged you and judged you. There was a point in my life that, like, I had teachers telling me that I wasn't going to graduate. I was never going to make it past high school or even to high school or through it. And so that day that I walked across that stage and got my diploma was a huge deal. And I had teachers tell me I would never make it to college. So literally the first time that I finished a semester of college, as soon as I hit submit on my last final, I took a photo and sent it to my best friend, and I was crying. I was literally holding my mouth like this, like smiling and crying, because I couldn't believe it, and I still can't believe it. And I don't know where I'd be without Erica, because honestly, she explained things and re-explain things and re-explain things and re-explain things at least 60 times. Some days it felt like. And when I was at my wit's end and I couldn't take it anymore, she would try an alternative way that no one else had thought of to help me understand it. She was there to support me and give me someone to lean on when my best friend wasn't around. And even as another best friend, she was there for me no matter what. Even when she was having a rough day and struggling herself, she was there for me too. And I cannot believe that I was so thankful to find someone like her. And I hope and pray that we are great friends for many, many years to come. And lastly, we're coming to my best friend and boyfriend, James. He has been an absolute blessing. He came into my life a little bit later, like Erica did. He came into my life about 5 years ago, and we went to high school together, and we met through track. But as you guys can see, my swimming and track ribbons. But we didn't really connect until my senior year of high school, when I went through a really bad breakup, and he was my supervisor at work, and I messaged him saying I wouldn't be in today because I was sick. And him knowing me, because we were work buddies up until that point, just we'd gotten to know each other through work because we work at the same place, just like Tyler and I do. And actually the three of us are like a trio. And he knew me, and he's like, are you okay? Because I don't think you're really sick. And I lost it, and I explained to him what was happening, that I'd gone through a bad breakup, and it was like a mentally abusive relationship too, and we've been talking ever since. And about a year and a half later, he asked me out, and we've been dating for about 5 years. I mean, not 5 years. God, 5 months now. Wow, guys, I just made that mistake, and I'm not gonna edit it out. So we've been dating for 5 months now, just about, and they have been truly amazing. But when it comes to James, he is truly gifted and amazing when it comes to working with kids who have special needs or learning disabilities like myself. He has, God, I'm gonna start crying because all these people mean so much to me. He has re-explained things or found ways to explain things to me that not anyone else could. He's literally taught me lessons out of a book because my teachers didn't do it themselves, because they were just done and gave up on me because I couldn't understand anything. Sorry guys. He's read things to me, because another part of my disorders is things, if they're too wordy, I don't understand them. So he'll reword them or just read them to me, because sometimes having someone else read it to me out loud will help me with that. And so he's taken his own time and done that for me. And it's meant so much to me. There have been nights that he's stayed up with me talking to me because I've had panic attacks, and I'm running late on submitting an essay or a quiz or a test or an exam, and he's stayed up knowing that he has a full day of work and classes himself the next day to be there for me. And I honestly don't know where I would be without him, or Tyler, or Erica, or Libby. But James, if you're watching this, you have truly changed my life, and I love you, and you make me so happy, and you have a true gift for helping people like me. Libby, if you're watching, thank you, and I wish you best of luck next semester. Tyler, where do I begin? Thank you for an amazing childhood and accepting me. And Erica, thank you for finding me and becoming one of my best friends. But guys, when it comes to finding acceptance, I know it may not seem possible. I know when I was younger, heck, when I was even in high school, I didn't feel like I would ever find these people to accept me and love me for me and want me around for me. But slowly they came into my life, and I don't know where I'd be without them. They are my support network, they are my family, they are my friends, they are my everything. And I know it might seem hard now, as I don't know what some of you guys are going through, but know that there is a light at the end of your tunnel, and it may seem far off in the distance, or you may not even see it at all at the moment, but know that it's there. I've been where you guys are, and I know it's not easy. It's really not easy. But you guys will find acceptance. You will find teachers who understand you. You will find friends that understand you. I've found teachers that understand me, and when I found that first teacher that truly 100% understood me this semester in college, I broke down crying because he did anything and everything for me. I could literally walk into one of his classes, and if I was needing someone to talk to, we'd schedule an appointment for me to come talk to him about stuff after his class. But back to what I was saying, I know that light might seem far off, or you may not even see it, but it's there, and we all have our own journey that we're meant to go on in order to find ourselves and to find those who truly love and care about us. And it may seem difficult now, and I know it's difficult, but know that you can't give up. Don't give up. Please don't give up, because you guys are all worth it. You're all beautiful, and you all deserve happiness, and you'll find those who accept you, and you'll find acceptance, and you're happily ever after. And if any of you are going through a hard time and you need someone to talk to, comment down below and talk to those of us who are in the same boat or have been in the same boat. I'm more than willing to help anybody, and I hope this video has been somewhat helpful. I know it's been more so me sharing my past and getting acceptance and finding it myself, but I wanted to share that with you guys because I felt like it was something that would give you guys hope or a reason to keep going and realize that it's happened for me and it can happen for you guys too. You guys are all beautiful, and you guys are all amazing, and you guys will all find your happy ending, and I love you guys so much. And so again, thank you to those 4 people I mentioned: James, Tyler, Erica, and Libby. If you guys are watching this, I love you guys so much, and I don't know where I'd be without you guys. So on that note, I think I'm going to end today's video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, comment down below, and I'll be more than willing to help or answer them. Until then, I'll see you guys later.